All right, what's good, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Live Wire Sports Media. This is your Tuesday Takeover edition. So I have a pretty good video for y'all today. Actually, it's from the WNBA. Now, I'm gonna show this video, but I won't have the volume up, so I will play like some background noise on it. But it's a 5 minute video of Caitlin versus Paige. Paige debut in the WNBA, Caitlin in her second year, which was a pretty good game. Now, for y'all wondering how many times Caitlin Clark has beat Paige, well, in college, 2-1. Now I don't know what the record is when they was in AAU or whatever the case may be, but she's 1-0 against her in the W right now. I'm sure she would have been probably 3-1 over her in the W if she had played the whole season or undefeated against her. So that probably would have gave her a 6-1 advantage over her. Now, same way, like I think Angel Reese holds or a record over her. I think Caitlin only beat her probably once or twice in college. I know Maryland. When Angel Reese was at Maryland, Maryland beat Caitlin, and then LSU, and then Caitlin got her burst. But in the W was a whole different thing. Angel only beat her one time. I think it's like eight. What they played 5 times this year. All five went to the Indiana Fever. They played 4 times last year, 3-1. So that's like 8-1. Anyway, I'm about to pull up this video for y'all to listen to. It's pretty good. I'm about to go ahead and add some background music so y'all can listen to it. It was a pretty good game because Caitlin Clark went off in that game. She went off. She had like 4 steals in that game, believe it or not. She had 14 points and 13 assists, a double-double. So she really went off in that game. And it just goes to show. Yeah, Paige had 21 points. She was shooting 9 for 15, 9 for 21, 9 for 15 from the field. But nevertheless, it was a good game to me. So I think that we're gonna get it's a little oldie but goodie, a little oldie but goodie. So we're gonna get into. No, I don't even like that song. There we go. All right. So it says, I'm going to post highlights since WNBA didn't feel like it. Caitlin Clark versus Paige Bueckers, year one. Looking forward to many more between these two. And 2026 should be a doozy.
Boston turning the corner, dishing to home, extra feed Clark, a deep three.
There we go. Let me see something real quick. Like I said, I think Caitlin Clark in that game, she had more than one um assist. Let me see something real quick. Um mm, I know how to go back through that. Let me just go to the WNBA site on there. Mm. Mm. Okay, Clark didn't play in the second meeting. I wonder if that was the first meeting between them two. Because it didn't show. I'm looking for June. It was June 27th they played. So that was the first meet. That was the first game they played against each other. Where the Fever did beat them 94-86. Yeah, because Clark didn't play that game. Okay, so let's go back into July. Mm. Okay, yep, that was the one. So the second meeting they played, the second game they played of the season was the first meeting between them, where Clark had 14 points, 13 assists, as the Fever beat Paige 102-93 in that game. So we're gonna look at the box scores for that. Paige played 33 minutes. She had 21 points, 9 for 15, 2 for 4 from the field, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and 4 turnovers in that game, and 1 foul. She should have had more fouls than that in that game. Should have had. Now, as we looking at this, you see all them long passes Caitlin Clark was making to Kelsey Mitchell, the one that she did for Sophie Cunningham. And we wonder why Stephanie White keeps trying to get her to control her passing when she should be able to. There's a steal by Clark right there. When she should have been able to do this. If she would allow Caitlin Clark to play this style of basketball, I'm sure the Indiana Fever if she was healthy, I believe the Indiana Fever could have went to the finals and won the finals. But nevertheless, Caitlin Clark wasn't healthy. But just imagine if she was, and with everybody running, you got Tipson running out, you got all of them running out. Caitlin pull up in Paige face, bam, almost hit it. So in that game, in that game they played, Howard had 18 points, Boston had 17, Mitchell had 20, Hall had 3, Clark had 14 points in 25 minutes. She was 4 for 12 from the field. She was 2 for 7 for 3. She had 3 rebounds, 13 assists, 2 turnovers, only 2 fouls in that game. She had 5 steals in that game. 5 steals in that game. That's a huge stat line. Just imagine everybody in that game contribute. You had Sophie Cunningham off the bench, who had 13 points at that time. She was 5 for 6 from the field. She was 2 from 3 from the 3 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. She was in double figures. Clark was in double figures. You had four starters in double figures, and 1 person off the bench. Tipson had seven points at the time. Ari McDonald had 5. Sid Colston had 3. Dantas had 2. So just imagine if all of them had played. Just imagine that. Just imagine if all of them had played in that game. All season long. Matter of fact, not that game, but all season long. Imagine them have played all season long. And the output. And especially if you could get good production out of your star players like that, with Boston playing that well. Howard was playing well. Mitchell had 20 points. You know what I'm saying? Caitlin had 13 assists in that game. A well balanced. You didn't really need her onslaught of scoring that game. If this team was healthy all year long, guys, all year long, there is no doubt about this. This team could have won a WNBA title. And I just wanted to highlight that because I wanted y'all to see that the style of basketball we want Caitlin to play. Stephanie White should be more appreciated to have Caitlin Clark, to have this team playing at the fast pace like this. This team pretty much could have blown out everybody, but injuries hamper this team. If you could have got this kind of production from everybody, I mean, Bree Turner came in for 4 points, but she didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? She only had 3 rebounds in that game. But just imagine what this team could have been if they had developed. I mean, it's crazy just to see it. And that's just why we get so annoyed and all the time, because we want Caitlin Clark style to be playing at its high level instead of be a controlled thing. Yeah, if you know how to use her off ball, just go to ask Lisa Bluter. Just call Lisa Bluter and say, hey, how do I use Caitlin Clark off ball, how you did in Iowa? She would tell you. She'll show you footage. Hell, there's a bunch of footage out there to show you that. But when she's playing this type of a game, and then people were saying, "Oh, well, she's not good on defense. She's decent on defense. I'm not saying she's elite, but guess what? She has such a high IQ. She can anticipate things that other players can't anticipate. 5 steals in that game. 5 steals in that game. A double-double. You know what I'm saying? It sucks that she got injured, but I just wanted to highlight that with y'all, share that with y'all real quick, and so y'all could be able to say, you know what, hey, we want her to play like this. If Stephanie White could allow her to play like that without trying to control her with the mistakes, great players going to make mistakes. Great players going to turn the ball over, but you have to live with it. But your same player that makes them turnovers is the same player that makes your team better. Your same player that makes your team better, 10 times better than costing your team the game. So, like, comment, subscribe. This is Livewire Sports Media. Let me know about the video. Until the next episode, it's your Tuesday Takeover edition. If it ain't live, it's the White.